Song's called Line in a Book. Oh no, look what you've done again, and I can't remember, oh how it came to start a fight to see if we could be better. When I say I don't remember, I mean I'd like to forget. Please don't push this point any further. It's only a line in a book of lies that I wrote for you. And oh no, the situation's changed and we have coped like I expected. But look close, you'll see the holes in stories told by me when I was frightened. When I say it's not important, I mean at least not to you. Please don't push this point any further. It's only a line in a book of lies that I wrote for you. Oh, don't you know what's written in stone is seldom the truth. When I say I don't remember, I mean I'd like to forget. Please don't push this point any further. It's only a line in a book of lies that I wrote for you. It's only a line in a book of lies that I wrote for you. It's only a line of lies that I wrote for you. Thank you. Quick tuning check. I'm going to play a song now called You Were the Right Turn, You Were the Right Turn, which was the first single off my record that just came out, called Father, Brother, Son is the name of the record. This is You Were the Right Turn. Don't you cry no more, child. You had everything you needed written down so you could read it. If you understand the lines, you'll get back in. Came to me like fire, girl, burning everything around me, left me standing on scorched ground. I couldn't make it out of there until you came. You were the right turn, you were the fine lines. I never wanted anything other than you. You don't believe now, but I know you're about to try, and it always keeps it in my mind, the moment where it all begins and where it ends. And I don't understand now, but I put all these things down to you. But I know there is more to it. How important is the timing of these things? Ooh, you were the right turn, you were the fine lines in my mind. I never wanted anything other than you. Don't you cry no more, child. You had everything you needed written down so you could read it. You were the writer, you were the fine lines. I never wanted anything other than you. Don't you know you're the feeling, something I can believe in, or somewhere in my mind I know it's never perfect. Sometimes it's just worth it with you. Ooh, ooh. Thank you. The next song I want to play is a song called Prophetic Genetic, which is quite the song title. I have this idea, I suppose, that songs in some ways reveal something to you sometimes about yourself or your situation. And this song I wrote in my phone. I was on a bus at about 7 a.m. going into the city centre, and I must have been still half asleep because I wrote all the verses into my phone and then forgot about it and found it maybe a month or two later. And I was reading it. I was going like, who wrote this? I was showing it to Claire. I was going, look at this. And she was like, you must have wrote it. I was like, wow, I must have been half asleep when I wrote it. So I didn't have any melody or anything else. I just had these verses. And it became this song, Prophetic Genetic. I kind of ended up writing the music and melody for it later. And I do not know what this song means. But I know it means, I know it's the truth, if that makes sense. It's something important, but I don't quite know yet. So it's called Prophetic Genetic. Sorry. Waited to meet you on Saturday, knew that you wouldn't arrive. So I tried my best to just rest a while and be with my thoughts like a child. How I hold my hands like my father does. I guess it's all part of a code that I'm a hardwired despondent receiver of. Resistance is futile, I'm told. I feel nothing, it is how it used to be. I'm worried that I have grown old, 'cause there's a world outside I can't reconcile. So I lock up my eyes and my doors. And oh, well, it wasn't part of a plan. And I took my memories and found things that blister and peel, things that I'm not sure are real, a melody that isn't complete, and I'm supposed to sing a perfect fifth. Well, is this just part of a dream? Nobody hears it but me. The map that now covers our everything, in places it's tattered and old, and there are glimpses of what was below us, a better world we are told. But our nature, it is how it's always been. Destroy, rebuild, and move on. A progress that cares not to retrospect means mistakes just go on and on and no. Well, it wasn't part of a plan, and I took my memories and I found things that blister and peel, things that I'm not sure are real, a melody that isn't complete, and I'm supposed to sing a perfect fifth. Well, is this just somebody's dream, or is everyone lonely like me? Waited to meet you on Saturdays, knew that you wouldn't arrive. Thank you. I'll stick. I'm going to play a song now, called the Seaside Song. The song sort of means a lot to me because I lost my mother, sadly, and it's a tough thing for a boy to lose the mammy. And I was going to visit my father after this had all happened and some time had passed. And I live on the coast of North County Dublin now, and I grew up in Kells in County Meath. So I was driving to see my dad, and I was going the sort of back roads. I was going through Slane and just driving through Meath, basically, to visit my dad. And I was going down all these old roads that my dad and mam, there was 8 kids in my family and my parents, and on like the first even hint of a sunny day, and my dad would load all 10 of us into a Hillman Hunter and drive us across Meath to go to Bettystown Beach. And we never had a family holiday abroad or anything like that. Bettystown Beach was a sunny day in Ireland. It was very special for my family because we all got to go to Bettystown for the day. And I suppose because I was thinking about my mother and I was visiting my dad and I was driving on the road, that memory was very rich in my mind. And I wrote this song, which kind of starts off remembering those trips and reliving them in some ways, and finishes with my own family going to the beach on a sunny day. Sort of, I suppose, saying some things change and don't. A lot of things stay the same. Like, as much as everything's changed, a lot of things have stayed the same. We're just a smaller family. So it's quite unimaginatively called the Seaside Song. I should have called it something else, but too late now. So grab all your things, leave on a whim, goggles and shorts, badminton. With 10 in a car, not a seatbelt in sight, on our way to the seaside. We're squashed like sardines, all elbows and knees, waving at friends as we leave. My mom would pick songs from the tapes that she owned on our way to the seaside. There's an old humped-back bridge, we'd speed up for it. Car would take flight, pure delight. And stopping in Slane to get our ice creams on our way to the seaside. That famous white wall that means just 2 more bends, and we're there at the seaside. And some say it's over the moment we grow, but I don't know, 'cause now we're 4 in a car, all sun-creamed and safe, on our way to the seaside. for our day at the seaside. Such a day for the seaside. Thank you. I promised Anne-Marie I would play a Turn song. So I used to be in a band called Turn. I suppose I still am in a band called Turn because we do one gig every year in Whelan's at Christmas time. This year it will be online, but it will happen. A lot of the Turn songs are pretty noisy affairs, but I think this one stands up an acoustic guitar somewhat. The song's called Imposition. A little baby face, it seems, can get you all your dreams and not what you say. I can't afford to leave this town, but if I stick around, it'll be my deathbed. I know I ought to go somewhere, and I'm not sure why, but I thought of Scotland. It makes no sense to stay at home when all your enemies are in positions better than you. And nothing you do seems right. Hanging on for somebody new. Well, is that what sounds good to you this time? Had a chance to make a way, so I tried not to stay too long with boredom. For reasons that I can't explain, I made my own mistakes and counted all them. I know I ought to go somewhere, and I'm not sure why, but I thought of Scotland. It makes no sense to stay at home when all your enemies are in positions better than you. And nothing you do seems right. Hanging on for somebody new. Well, is that what sounds good to you this time? Positions better than you, and nothing you do seems right. Hanging on for somebody new. Well, is that what sounds good to you this time? Thank you. Now, let's do one more pretty one off the new record. The new record is called Father, Brother, Son. It just came out there in November. And this is just a nice little pretty one off that. It's called Lay Your Head Down. Lay your head down next to mine, so I can try to read your mind mind and hear what you have to say before words get in the way. And when I'm feeling insecure, it's you I turn to now. More and more you ease what's been on my mind. You showed me a heart that was on my side. You showed me a heart that won't change its mind. And all that I had to do was do the same for you. Lay your head down next to mine so I can try to read your mind and hear what you have to say before words get in the way, in the way. Thank you. When I was invited down here to do this gig by these wonderful people here in Portlaoise, I was asked to do a Christmas song, and I just don't know any Christmas songs, so I figured I might as well just write myself a Christmas song. So that's what I did. Yeah, here we go. I fell in love with a snow woman on my way home on Christmas Eve, and I had to get my wheelbarrow and steal her and take her home with me. And that night we stayed up talking, and when I asked her to come inside, well, she told me she'd rather sleep in the garden. So I kissed her, and then we said goodnight. But that night I dreamed of angels, cupids made of snow, all lined up to shoot me with their bows. Next morning, when I went to the window, there she was, my angel down below, with her skin so pale and her eyes so bright. Hell, I don't mind that she smokes a pipe. Eventually, she came inside with me, and I sat her down and poured her a glass of wine. I told her I'd be in the kitchen, and she told me that that would be just fine. But I started up the ovens and put the turkey on, and when I looked back on my baby, she was gone. Now what is this puzzle? Now where my baby was, there is a puddle. And I can't cuddle a puddle, but that nose will do for topping up my Christmas stew. And next year, I'm gonna build me a snow woman and maybe a couple of snow kids too. And we're all gonna celebrate Christmas in the garden inside an igloo. Happy Christmas. Thank you. Close enough. Had a few kinks to iron out, but it's getting there. Now, my last song is actually just as silly. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. My name is Oliver Cole. Thank you to PG Kavanagh for asking me down to do this very special gig. Thanks for everybody working here today, helping out. Anne-Marie came and interviewed me. I'm delighted to be here and playing some music, which is such a rare thing these days and such a pleasure. Of course, it would be lovely to have some faces enjoying it too, but I hope wherever you are, you're enjoying it, and I want to wish you all a very safe and happy Christmas this year. I'll finish with this song. It's silly. This is a song because in our house there's a ukulele on the wall in the kitchen, just here. So whenever you're waiting for a kettle to boil or an oven to get to the right temperature or whatever, I used to just play the ukulele. And then my daughter Emily was about 2 or 3 at the time when I started writing this song. And the premise of the song is that whatever seed she eats, she turns into that fruit or tree or flower and takes on its characteristics. And in the beginning it started off with if you eat an apple seed, and then it kind of grew, and then eventually she was helping me. She was adding in some other things, and so it's a kind of a co-write between me and a 4-year-old called Emily. And on the record, I encourage you to check it out. There's a beautiful video for this online. Some guy, Richard Davis, did a stop animation video for this, and it's really wonderful. So you can check that out online. It's called Choose Carefully, Emily. And I'll leave you with this cheery little number. If you eat an apple seed, oh my, will it grow? Will it grow? Will you lead an apple life? I don't know. And will branches replace your ankles? And will leaves grow between your toes? And will your eyes always be green? And will people wish for love by twisting your nose? If you eat a pumpkin seed, oh no, will it grow? Will it grow? Will your head be twice its size? And I don't know. And if you eat a sunflower seed indeed, will you grow very tall and tower over everyone and face the sun? And will your hair be golden petals? And will nettles bite at your feet? And will your face make lots of honey, and to make money for all the bees. So if you eat an acorn, be warned, take it from me, a tree you'll be, with lots and lots and lots and lots of arms, where birds sing songs. Oh, will children carve their names in to your bark on long summer eves? And will Mammy always love Daddy and be BFFs for eternity? So if you're gonna eat some kind of seed, choose carefully, Emily. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a wonderful Christmas. I should have said, actually, on the recording of that, Emily sings her parts, a duet between me and her. So I sang her parts today because she's not here. Thank you once again, everybody here, for having me, and happy Christmas to everybody at home watching. Stay safe and have a wonderful Christmas.